I've had the same amp sitting on my bench now since last Friday. Okay, it's KLD 2000, and I looked at it and I shot some video segments for it, and then I went to run it. Well, it needs new tubes, and it's got some problems. But I tripped on that thing, left that thing on the workbench. I'm going to work on it today. I'm going to work on it tomorrow. I'm going to work on it next week. This phone right here has been the center of my universe for 2 weeks. I don't do much for the other business that I work at, but when I do, they want 1,000% of my attention, and they want it from 7:30 in the morning until whenever at night. And they want that nonstop for weeks on end. I just went through, well, a month ago, I did 2 weeks on so my boss could go hunting. And he just went on vacation. I gotta tell you, it has been a lot to manage that business the last 2 weeks. And I'm going to tell all of you right now, I'm sorry if I didn't return your phone call if you tried to call me. By the time I got rid of the phones at 7:30 at night, it was already way too late to call you boys on the East Coast anyhow. I just tired. Tired now. It's Saturday and I'm tired now. Let's see. Since I was out here last, we launched our Patreon channel. And boy howdy did you guys hear me. Thank you. I went to my boss and I told him that I'm going to be done working for him in December. So I'm going to be retiring officially, and I'm going to be done with towing in December, the end of this year. I mean, I'll probably still keep my keys and I'll keep a tow book, and if he really gets in a bind, he can give me a call, but I can't go through. It drove me nuts having all this work sitting here, and I couldn't do anything with it because every 2 seconds the phone would ring. Or I'd go to try and shoot a YouTube video for you guys, and the phone would ring. I was like, I can't keep doing this. It's going to drive me crazy. Well, gentlemen, what we're here to look at today is one of Mr. Black's amplifiers. I believe this is a 2-pill 2290 made by 3Made. Yup. And guess what? It's for sale. And guess what? If you're a Patreon subscriber, you're going to get to see this video 2 days before everybody else in the universe. So odds are pretty good this is going to go to a Patreon user. But that is what it is. And I'm kind of interested to see what we got going on the inside of this thing. I don't know about you. I'm interested. So let's take a minute, let's take the tin off, and let's see what we find inside. So, it's got two 2290 Toshibas in it. This heatsink screw has worked its way free. Or it's not even attached anymore. It's like it wants to be stripped, but it can't make up its mind that it's stripped. I'll say this about my buddy Frank. He took impeccable care of his stuff. Now, I can tell that I had an influence in this situation because this whole thing has been cleared. Let's go over here and get ourselves a little bit longer screw job. See if we can get this to grab. It's a decent built little 2-pill. Huge heat sink underneath it. I'm sure this is exactly what Mr. Black wanted though. Never have to worry about this amp overheating though. This is a 35 watt Peak Power Drive 2-pill. Put 35 watts in it, and we're going to get a couple hundred out of it. And they'll do that forever and ever and ever and ever more. No preamp, no sideband, just straight up 2-pill. I can't help myself. Hold on. To help myself, I had to sign it. Just had to. Well, I got to tell you, I got this Henry 2KD4 floor model that's sitting over here. I've tripped over it like 5 times. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Henrys in here right now. I need to fix this one that's behind me. That's all there is to it. But anyhow, back on topic. I couldn't help myself. I had to sign it. So let's take a minute and let's go ahead and let's put the tin on it and let's see how it runs. Okay, so we got the tin back on it. We're at 14-ish volts. We got 1,000 watt slug and peak, 1,000 in average, and 5 watt slug and reverse back from the Bird 10,000 watt dummy load. We're using the bench 2950. Let's go ahead and zoom on in here and let's see what we got going on for power. Hello, 1, 2. Same thing it does every single time, about 20, 30 watts. It's about 28 watts somewhere in there. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. About 360, 370 watts. Hello, 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 hello. Let's pan up here. It's a 5 watt slug between the 2950 and the amplifier. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Beautiful, beautiful input tune. Good job, my man. I'm talking to 3 now. Good job. Hello, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Always loved this size of cabinet. Always, always, always have loved this size of cabinet. Now on that note, keep your eyes peeled because I'm going to have 2 4-pills coming up for sale between now and like December 15th. So you guys can get them for Christmas. They're going to be masterclass builds. I don't care where they go, but they can't stay here. And I'm going to bang them out here in this next week or so and get them ready to come out there for all of you guys to enjoy. Well, I got written on the paperwork because I thought this was 879s that were in here, and it's just got 2290s. I had to go back and look. Because remember, most of this is all going back to the family, right? For these boxes. And I think we're going to want around $425 for this plus the ride. I can't see the ride being more than 20 bucks. I can't. But that's what we're doing. So you guys know the drill. You know how this works. First one's to call me at this number or text me. Gets it. Now, gentlemen, on a broader spectrum, I want to say if I've ever helped you out and you didn't know how to show support to me or the channel, take a minute, go right here to patreon.com/BBIamps. Maybe kick me $1. I'd really appreciate it. The support, it all adds up. And the goal is to make it so that I do this full time and that I can make the channel ad-free. Well, I'm like this close to not having to work anymore for anybody else, and I can do this full-time 100% 365. But we're a long ways away from being able to make the channel ad-free. So if you can, just come along, show a bit of love, a little bit of support. On that note, gentlemen, I want to say thanks to every single one of you guys because I don't get to do this cool shit without you guys sending me the projects or tuning in to follow along. I want to say thanks. Now have faith. This next week, you guys are going to see a ton of videos. I can think of at least 5 things I want to get done this coming next week. You guys are going to get to enjoy and watch, and this big stuff like 2x4x16 and 24 pill and tube amplifiers and 667s and Toshiba based this and friggin' Sweet 16 that. And oh my God, look at the size of her.